Hi everybody, this is Catherine, your favorite French Canadian. Today I'm gonna do a new guide for Call of Duty Warzone. So we're gonna start with your Windows. After that we will go inside of the game and we'll talk about parameter. And also I will show you a new feature that you can use with the new Windows update. So let's start. First of all, you want to get rid of the game mode. So game mode, make sure that you are at off. A lot of people is asking me on my video why you're removing game mode. For me, game mode is always causing stuttering. On my main PC, on my laptop, I don't like the game mode. So, a lot of time, I'm losing FPS when I use it. So really important, put this one at off. Make sure your capture also are at off, background recording audio, those one. And also make sure that your game bar is at off. Another tip that I can give you is your overlay. Just remove all the overlay that you're using when you're playing Warzone, like Discord overlay, Nvidia overlay, whatever overlay that you're using. It's causing like stuttering, your drop of FPS and stuff like that. So really important to do that. Also, make sure that you're updating your driver. So if you have Nvidia, AMD, or even Intel, a lot of people is using integrated video card. Make sure that you're using the latest driver. AAA game, very popular game like Warzone. A lot of time, like hardware company just like connect with the dev and they want to make sure that their hardware are up to date for the game. So really important to do that. The new feature now, you need to write GPU. It's called graphics setting. Click on it. You want to click on and reset your computer after that. It's the new hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. I did a video, so you can look at my channel. I'm doing some benchmarking comparison. It's worth. If you have a high-end computer, honestly, you will maybe see 1 to 2% difference. But on low-end computer, it's a lot better. It's like 5 to 6%. So really important. One thing that I want to mention, if it can help you, if you're using RTX voice. They have some kind of bug right now. You can't use the GPU scheduling and the RTX voice together. You're getting some robot voice and static when you're speaking. It took me like a week to figure out what's going on with my RTX voice. So this is because of the hardware accelerated GPU. So you need to choose if you want to use your RTX voice or the hardware accelerated GPU. So now let's go to the game. In the game, so the first thing that you want to make sure is to play like full screen. Your display mode, really important. Don't go with borderless. You will lose FPS and you will get some stuttering. So really important to play full screen. Display monitor, normally you should see your monitor over there. Display adapter, people who are playing on the laptop, really important here. If you have like a dedicated GPU, make sure that this is your dedicated GPU. If you see Intel integrated video card and you have like, I don't know, a GTX 1050, make sure that you're using the proper video card over there. Refresh rate really depend on your monitor. So for me, I have 144 Hz screen. That's why you're seeing 144. Look at your screen. Look at your graphic parameter, because I know some people they had like a 144 Hz monitor and they had like 60 over there. So really important to use the proper one. Render resolution, you want 100% over there. Don't use the 66. I don't know why I'm getting this by default. It's downscale, and also the game look blurry. You don't see shit when you're playing at 60, so go with 100. You can definitely lower a little bit your render resolution if you're not getting the amount of FPS that you want, but I will tell you right away, the game look blurry. You will see pixel and stuff like that, so don't go too crazy with this one. Aspect ratio really depend on your monitor. Me, I'm using automatic, so for me it's 16:9. VSync, disable this. You don't want input lag when you're playing. Frame rate limit, I just play unlimited. If you have an issue with temperature in your computer, maybe you should limit it. If you want to limit your FPS, limit it with your refresh rate. So for example, for me it's 144. I should put 144 here because I don't want to make more than 144 FPS. So your video card will work less, so less heat in your computer. Really important, Nvidia highlight, put disable over there. You don't want to use that. Now, texture resolution. This one, that's pretty nice. You have the VRAM usage over there. Don't go too crazy. Don't go to max. Like, make sure that you're at like 75% of your car, something here. So for me, it's not an issue. I'm going high and high over there, but just look at your VRAM usage. Particle quality, this one, put this one at low, 5% of increase, really important. And if you're like fighting near someone and you're seeing crazy drop, it's probably because of the particle quality, so make sure that you're putting this one at low. Bullet impact, I'm playing at enable. I like to see where I shoot when I shoot, so that's why I'm using it. But if you have a low-end computer, it can help you a little bit, like 2% maybe. So you can definitely disable it, but me, I'm using it because it helped me when I play the game. Tessellation, go with near. This is pretty much the best way, like quality slash FPS. All, you will lose too much FPS, and disable, it's not that great, so just go with near. So now the shadows. Shadow map resolution, cache spot shadows, and cache sun shadow. Just go low, disable. Those one will give you 18% of increase, so they are really important. Those one, and the ambient occlusion that you need to disable, and the screen space reflection at disable. It's crazy. It's like straight up like 28% of increase when you do that. Particle lightning, same thing, go with low. Honestly, like, you want to play competitive, you don't want to see crazy graphic when you're playing Warzone, so go with low with this one. Another like 3% of increase and more stable FPS, so really important. Make sure that you disable the ray tracing. You don't want to play ray tracing when you're playing Warzone. After that, anti-aliasing, this one, putting it at off. In some FPS, sometimes I'm using anti-aliasing, but in this game, everything is blurry when I use anti-aliasing, and you're losing FPS, so don't use it. Just go at off. You will gain like a lot of FPS. If I compare the maximum anti-aliasing with off, it's like a difference 8 to 9% in my FPS, so just go with off. Depth of field, don't use that. When you aim, you don't want to see blurry stuff across like your aim, so just go with disable. Everything will be clean, so even if you focus on some I don't know, in the truck over there, you will still see clean window, so really important to go with disable over there. Film extrain at 1. Motion blur, you don't want motion blur when you're playing competitive, the blurriness when you're moving, so just go with disable over there, disable. And the last one, film grain, just remove this. You see those grain when you're playing. I really don't like this effect, but it will not help your FPS. Honestly, I didn't see a big difference, so it's more a preference. So go with 0. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, just comment in the YouTube section. Post me your rig, CPU, GPU, and RAM. I will try to help you the best that I can. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace, everyone.